Hey, this is Ryan of Happy, Healthy, Vegan. Well, our good buddy, Jamie Oliver's back in the news. Mr. Fresh Food for Everybody has a new line of frozen food. A little bit of a hypocrite there. Anyway, let's replay something he said back when he won his TED Prize talk here. He got $100,000 for his plan to fight obesity, and he rightly points out that the top killers in the world are caused by diet.
Every single one of those ones in the red is a diet-related disease. Any doctor, any specialist will tell you that. Fact.
I wonder what kind of diet addresses these health problems.
The same diet, though, does it all, right? It's not like, one diet for this and then a different diet for this, right? One diet to rule them all.
And that one single diet to rule them all is a vegan diet, particularly a whole food, plant-based diet. So obviously that must be what Jamie Oliver recommends, right? Since he's so worried about these leading causes of death. Unfortunately, no, he doesn't promote anything of the sort, apart from a few token vegan recipes on his website. Bit of a hypocrite there, Jamie?
I'm not a hypocrite.
And as I've discussed here many a time, the World Health Organization has proclaimed processed meat, bacon, to be a known carcinogen. Yet, Jamie Oliver, in his Everyday Superfoods book, has,
the challenge of taking a carbonara, which is deeply red, and don't eat it. It's a wonderful dish. Pork and fat and cream and parmesan and egg and pasta. Woohoo!
So which is it, Jamie? Is bacon a superfood, as you say, or a known carcinogen, as the World Health Organization says?
I came here to start a food revolution that I so profoundly believe in.
A food revolution, huh? Let's see what great ideas you're bringing to the table here.
Obviously in schools, we owe it to them to make sure those 180 days of the year, from that little precious age of 4 to 18, 20, 24, whatever, they need to be cooked proper, fresh food from local girls on site, okay? There needs to be a new standard of fresh, proper food for your children.
Fresh and local food. Those are the holy pillars of Jamie Oliver's food revolution, trying to get us off all the processed food, all the junk food that's destroying our health. So if that's so holy to him, why did he just sign a $15 million deal to sell his name branded on frozen poultry prepared meals? And Jamie's going big time corporate with this deal. It's with a company called Sadia, which is a giant Brazilian food producer. They're the second largest international chicken producer and responsible for nearly 20% of all birds reared in the world. And talk about processed ingredients. How do you keep the flavor? How do you preserve food for so long in its frozen state? It's loaded with processed stuff. In fact, Sadia is known for having up to 70% of the daily sodium recommendation in just one of its frozen meals.
Big companies, big companies. 30 years ago, most of the food was largely local and largely fresh. Now, it's largely processed and full of all sorts of additives, extra ingredients, and you know the rest of the story.
So how does Jamie justify this move away from his pillars of fresh local food, not grown by giant mega corporations? He says here, if we want big change, we need big corporations. Maybe I'm wrong, but I prefer to try it. Well, yeah, it's a lot easier when they're giving you $15 million. Says for me, being inside this machine, a company that is responsible for 18% of the chicken in the world, is something positive.
Whoa.
And this is why we make videos about Jamie Oliver. He's in a position where he has influence, and he says he comes from this place of good, wanting to eliminate all these, top leading causes of death, having people eat fresh, local food, not made by giant mega corporations. Yeah, you just go and undermine all of those principles. Here, you're promoting a company, working with a company that's responsible for 20% of all the chickens raised for slaughter. Yet, if you really stuck to your word about wanting to eliminate the leading causes of death, you would be promoting a vegan diet.
If you look at the kind of big populations, mindful vegan vegetarian diets are looking really good at the moment. And your average meat consumer's looking really poor.
So Jamie, show us that you're not a hypocrite.
I'm not a hypocrite.
That you're really in it for people's health, for animal rights, and for the environment, rather than just making a ton of cash. Prove me wrong. I want you to prove me wrong. That would be completely, totally awesome. So post your questions and comments down below. What do you think? Is Jamie sincere? Is he misguided? Or is he just a plain old hypocrite? Let me know down below. Hit like if you got something out of this video, and share it with a friend who thinks Jamie Oliver is working so hard to help so many people. I'm not that convinced. And subscribe for more from me and Angie here at Happy Healthy Vegan. Until next time, guys, keep it carb, baby. Keep it carb.
Now, the reality is the food that your kids get every day is fast food, it's highly processed, there's not enough fresh food in there at all. You know, the amount of additives, E numbers, ingredients you wouldn't believe.